University welcome our speakers today, Ms. Hitika Shah and Ms. Archana Vijayan, on this occasion, which is called as International Women Day, which is celebrated as International Women Day globally. I don't know, I mean, why we are celebrating. In fact, maybe to sensitize all men, that we do exist, coexist rather. Maybe this sensitization begins, after this. Uh, Sooner or later, we'll have a day in future wherein we'll have all men's day, all women's day, irrespective of this distinction. So, without much ado, today I ask uh, and request rather Mr. Vijay Joy, who is actually heading Atal Incubation Center at Industrial University, to have the opening remarks on this occasion. Over to Vijay, sir.
Thank you, Namada madam. Good morning, everybody. On this auspicious day, it's yours day. But I cannot say that is only today is yours day. Your day is every day. Because without you, nothing is going to happen. Because we can say that, even every little, we say that the life is given by the God, but it is brought into the earth by the women. So we cannot, leave that away. So it's not that today is the only day for women. It is every day. Without their, touch, nothing will go, forward.
Thank you for this recognition, sir.
Even though I was just thinking I'm the odd one out here, but still I feel the privilege to, show my gratitude, and not only mine, the entire, the other, what you call gender. Okay, to give our gratitude as well as love towards all our, sisters and parents in terms of mothers and daughters, and of course wife and all those, so that we, in every spectrum of our life, there is a lot of hands that supports us, whether it is women or men. Of course, always a positive thoughts or positive movement that is given always by the female participant in the group. So I respect all those, in throughout my life as well as, and I wish all of you to have, and especially our students gathered here as well, you have a blessed day for today to reach two different ends of the success stories that you're going to learn. One, of course, a veteran who is having 30 years of experience in the industry as well as in the entrepreneurship. At the same time, the other end, like you people, and one of you is, emerged as the youngest top entrepreneur, and she's already been, facilitated by the Gujarat state government. So a big congratulations to her, Hitika. And also we have a veteran around here, Ms. Archana. And more about the speakers, anyway, we have people who are going to explain. So I'm not taking much time for that one. So I'm leaving to you all, and take whatever these two people are going to share with us. And of course, every sharing we have a lot of learning. So the learning is not for just today, this 1 hour, but you need to inculcate that in our everyday life. So over to you, madam, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Vijay, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you for,
Thank you, sir.
in fact, you were instrumental in bringing the two entrepreneurs before us. So thank you so much, sir, on this occasion. Now, without much further ado, I invite one of our student, Miss Meera Kurup, to share the credentials of Miss Hetika Shah. Over to Meera. Meera, please.
Good morning, everyone present here. Happy International Women's Day. Myself, Meera Eskurup, MSc Microbiology. Today, on this occasion, I'm really happy to welcome Ms. Hetika Shah as a speaker of the day. She is founder and director of Sanctuary Innovative Safety Equipment from 2020, working on startup Thermocool, member of ISHRAE, Indian Society of Heating, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Engineers. She's Vice President of LEO Leadership Experience Opportunity, Assistant Secretary of HR Department of Kalrav NGO 2019, Life Associate Member of IIW, Indian Institute of Welding from ITM Universe on September 2017. And she also have a educational background so appealing. PG Diploma in Management, Business Entrepreneurship, EDI, Gandhinagar. Bachelor of Engineering, ITM Universe, Vadodara. Thank you.
Thank you, Meera. And now I invite our speaker, first speaker, Ms. Hetika Shah, to address our audience. Our audience have assembled in the seminar hall as well. Some of them have joined online through Zoom platform and from Facebook also. So over to Hedika, madam.
Yes, thank you. I'll first of all thank you to the Indrasil University for giving me an opportunity in the taking the presentation and give the my time on Women's Day to the students. Like I'm also a student at EDII in the second year, and I'm very much happy to be with Indrasil University. Thank you for giving me such a great opportunity. So as mentioned earlier, my firm name is Century Innovative Safety Equipment and its brand name is Forest Shield, like safeguard your sensory organs. It was started and established in last year only in 2020. Before that, as you have heard about my intro, I'm mechanical engineer and I was working on a startup of Thermocool of refrigeration system and preparing the chilling plant from the waste heat by utilizing the waste heat and giving the cooling effect. So during that time, I have recognized like there is a somewhat type of problems by using the hazardous gases, like chemical students are there. So I am giving my brief about this also, like hazardous gases like ammonia, lithium bromide and all that. So I was in the search like to give more safety from the hazardous gas and chemicals as well. And during that time, I was also researching for the safety equipments for my employees. So as the pandemic stuck in the March, my whole work was stopped. And after that, I have thought like, as I was working on the industrial safety equipments, I should apply that industrial safety one to the pharmaceutical so that we can help our warriors, frontline health warriors. So within 8 days, I have developed the Forest Shield mask. I have taken the permission from the Delhi and from the EDII as well, and found out the pain point of the doctors. As my family background is about doctors, so I have got a great uh, like a great opportunity from them to understand the pain point in a very short time, within a week. And I have developed the Forest Shield mask, which covers 4 sensory organs like eyes, nose, ears, and mouth. Like different elements and different products are available in the market, but my product combines all the 4 products like goggles, shield, mask. So and give the protection more than 95% from the virus and bacteria, as it is prepared from nanofiber. And I have also done certification, and you can watch the product like in the presentation, like Dr. Kinner Shah and Dr. JD Patel, they both are the oncologist, and another Dr. Fraternity are also using in the COVID as well. So it covers 4 sensory organs. Like it is made up of nanofiber, it gives 99% protection, and it is cost effective as well. And it cover all things at same time. And right now it is distributed in 22 states of India and also in the 3 countries. So now we will come to the main focus area of our today's, like what are the key quality and what are the important points one should take care while their startups, and what are the problems they are facing, like what is the main management we should do, and how to grow up our ventures and our business. Like as we all know, different qualities of the entrepreneurs. So I will not do the gender biasness, but we will start from the common qualities of the entrepreneur. Like one should have a wide knowledge. Wide knowledge, I mean like according to the field, according to the passion, one should have a deep knowledge in whatever work we want to go ahead. Like willingness to take risk, as we have born, rightly said by the sir Vijay Joy in the early, like we are taking risk as we have born from the first day, and we are going to take risk till death. But we don't understand less. Yes, we are taking the risk and we are doing different things, but small risk we are taking every day. So one should have passionated and knowingly or unknowingly we are taking risk. So we should knowingly also we can take the risk, like not why all men should do or why all business person only take the risk. If we belong to service sector or entrepreneurship, risk is a must in every field. Like one should have a quality like introvert, like talk with everyone, discuss your ideas with everyone, something, whatever you feel new or in whatever you are interested, one should go through it. Like some are the things like we don't know in 2 3 groups or by discussing with 2 3 peoples or with our friends only. So we should discuss with others also, so from that we get the different opinion and from that we can go ahead. So one should be always extrovert in a life. Then one should always have a capacity and like adopt the adaptability, like according to the new changing environment and circumstances. One should learn always new things and new skills and new behaviors, and one should adopt it according to their field and sectors. One should always have self confidence and self motivation as well. Like in the starting of my journey, if we talk from the graduation, like I have pursued mechanical engineering. So during that time also, many our family members as well as outsider were giving me like they are demotivating me like in mechanical engineering only 2 3 students are there, or in the business also, in the entrepreneurship also, it is the field of man and woman cannot be the greater one and they will not get the opportunity. But never be demotivated, or always have faith in one's own self and continue what you want to do, and always work like a leader and never work like a boss or any extraordinary person. Always work together and lead the whole group. Then one should have orientation towards hard work as well. And the main three quality like women are facing like in the initiative, like during the initiation time, either in the different type of culture or in the different education or in the different field like business entrepreneurship, they feel they fail sometimes. And they don't fail, but they fail because of their surrounding. So always start, means always start your work and take initiative. At the end whole thing will work together and give your best output. Like always work like a social networking and never feel like a gender biasness. Like I have observed till today, like uh, males and they have the good mentors. They can set their goals, like yes they can observe, like yes in the everyday newspaper and in the all the news there are the occurring male and entrepreneurs, like their work, their goals, motivations, like Ratan Tata, Mukesh Ambani, and all that. But females are not getting their exact mentor or the person with like whom they can work or with whom they can set a goal. So there are very few. Yesterday only I came to know, like before 4 to 5 years, all over India, there are only 2.5% female entrepreneurs. But now the percentage has increased to 8%. And in the Gujarat itself, it is 285 women entrepreneurs working actively in their different ventures. So start always, we are there with us and we are always there with you as well. And so role model and goal setting is also very important thing that one should take care. Like I was very much impressed from the principles of effectuation theory. So I have bought for you all as well. Like first principle is like bird in hand principle. Like start with you, with who you are and who you know, or whatever you have. Like what you can start with whatever you are having. Don't think like, yes, I will get this much, then I will start my work, I will achieve this goal. If I will meet male founder, or I will get the another experienced founder, then only I will work. No, you can start with whatever you are having and whatever resources you are having. Like second is like affordable loss principle. Like invest up to what you can afford. Don't take very much high thing or extreme levels. Work in your limits. Then third is like crazy quilt principle. Like build a network of safe selected states. Never move like different things and start to work differently and mix up all the things. Third is like lemonder principle. You will get the embarrassment as we have talked earlier, but within the embarrassment there is opportunity, so work in that way. And last is pilot in the hand plane principle. Like the future comes from what people do. Like always pilot your own plane, like work with your all the capacity, and in that way. So the principle of effectuation was very much helpful to every entrepreneurs, and especially to the women entrepreneurs, and it is also given by the woman entrepreneur Saras D Saraswati. So these are some of my achievements, and my main thought or motto is like every situation is opportunity. So work hard, success will follow your path in whatever situation you are, but every situation is opportunity. So please keep in mind that everything is opportunity, and work hard according to the situation. So wish you a very happy International Women's Day, and thank you. Please, if anyone has question, then I'm really very much happy to answer it.
Yeah, I'll do the job of the moderator.
Yeah.
Audience, if you have any questions, you can just let me know. Any principle what Madam has shared, especially principles of effectuation by Saras D Saraswati. Anyone, if have any question, whether it is laminate principle or pilot in the plane principle, there were wonderful principles which Madam has shared with us. Anyone from the audience?
Or if anyone want to know about like my venture or my startup, then also they can ask.
Yes. Madam is into which kind of business, or if you want to know how successful and about her experience, perhaps that also is possible. Anyone? It seems they are so absorbed, they are yet to ask the question. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was wonderful, Madam, especially when you had shared it with this time constraint also. You have shared maximum with minimum, time. So that maximity, was observed. And especially when you shared the qualities of the entrepreneurships, that is wide knowledge, extrovert, especially for female, because they are by nature, yeah, by
Yeah.
nature they are very shy, they are introvert. So extrovert, self confidence, initiative, of course they have to
Yeah.
take initiative. If anyone has the question, please initiate. Madam has said, I don't know how
Yeah.
many of them are here, inquisitive of being a female entrepreneur. But now I can wait for a second and can take the questions. All those who have joined online can also ask questions. Anyone, offline, online, both? The audience, it's your turn now.
Like if any speaker will come, then they will give their point of view, but if you can't take from them, then it is not good. So you have to ask the question. Like in my college life, we are asking the question to every faculty, like whatever will be the point. So always ask the question and clear your doubts, That
Yes,
is more important.
I second you that question is key to having more and more knowledge, So questioning
Yeah.
is actually better. There is this famous saying in Chinese, proverb, it's there, that one who asks a question is a fool, but who doesn't ask is a fool forever.
Yeah.
We are not there. We are still
Exactly.
to absorb that. It's too harsh a proverb to be, said in this today's context. But yes, I think I'll just check, if there is any. Well, I don't see any questions. I think they are yet to decide whether they want to be the entrepreneur or not.
Oh, no, it is not necessary then that only they can only ask anyone and everyone can ask the question.
Anyone on Women's Day? कोई question किसी का है? Okay. Just for everybody's information, our Dean and ICC Chairman, Dr. Bharti Dave has joined us physically. She was on the way from Bhavnagar and she has joined us. Madam, you are requested to be here and we welcome you, Madam. Madam, यहाँ आ जाइए. We have made a setup here and there. Both. एक question है. She is Miss Ankita. And the question is, what was the initial challenge that you faced being a mechanical engineer? Over to Bharti Madam. Bharti Madam, please, you are welcome.
Yes, like in the mechanical engineering, as I have told, like in the starting, there was many saying like in the mechanical only boys are there and that is their branch. But there are both male and female. So in the starting from the relatives and all that I have faced challenge like you will not survive there. How you can go for 4 years and work there with all the men in our class? I will say like in 240 students, 3 to 4 girls were only there. So during that time, in the starting years, we are facing the challenges like we are getting small disturbance and we are not getting the things clearly from the faculties as well. More concentration was on the somewhat type of male student like boys. But after as the time passes and we saw our own hard work and our encouragement and our pursuance towards the thing, then it will automatically turn around the and at the end like I was passed out from the ITM universe as a gold medalist in my branch. So in the starting we are facing the challenge in the workshop and all that, but afterwards all things were settled down.
Thank you, Madam. I'm sure Ankita might have got her answer. And
Yes.
with this, I thank and I also welcome Bharti Madam who has joined us. Madam, they are Miss Hetika, who is
Oh.
done with her address, and Miss Archana.
Okay, now I think Miss Archana would be delivering.
Yes.
Sorry, I was on my way from home to this university. I could not listen to you, but I welcome you.
Yes, ma'am.
And we wait for your presence at this university, physical presence. And congratulations to you because I read somewhere that you have received an award too. So today is the
Yes.
right opportunity for all of us to listen to you and your views. Thank you very much, madam.
Yes,
Thank you,
thank you, ma'am. And once again, happy International Women's Day. Thank you.
Thanking you, wishing you all the very best and all the same to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam, welcome.
Thank
Archana
you,
Madam
ma'am.
also. She's here, the other speaker. Archana. Miss
Good morning,
Archana.
ma'am.
Okay. Oh, good morning. Good morning. So, a very happy Women's Day to you. I
Yes,
welcome
ma'am.
you. Yeah, and we are waiting to listen to you. And I hope our female girl students would naturally be motivated by your talk and inspiring them. Wish that they also become future female entrepreneurs of our country.
Sure,
And
definitely.
lead our country in entrepreneurship.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Most welcome, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharti ma'am. She was on the way, and despite that, I bothered her. The moment she entered, I bothered her, and her travel, exhaustion also is not visible on her face. She's still charming. So that is
Yes.
because of International Women's Day we are celebrating under
Thank
her
you.
leadership. So now it's time to welcome Miss Archana, and her credentials will be shared by one of our students, Miss Dhara Patel. So over to Dhara. Dhara, you can unmute yourself.
Good morning, everyone. Happy International Women's Day. Myself, Dhara Patel from MSc Microbiology. I would like to thank Indrashil University for giving me opportunity to introduce our guest speaker, Archana Vijayan. Madam has very impressive career profile, which is difficult for me to share within the time constraint. Still, I make a modest attempt. Archana Vijayan works closely with enterprises and startups through consulting and advisory projects, visiting faculty to top private B schools. She is certified soft skill, personality development trainer, and consultant on organizational, strategic, learning and development and HR interventions. Her 30 years of corporate and entrepreneur experience includes researching and understanding business challenges and creating HR, manager, marketing, and OD interventions. Expert in retained executive search mandates and talent management process, designing specialized content modules for L&D professionals for capability development. Subject matter expert in consultative concept selling, retail executive search, learning and development interventions, soft skills consultants. Few of the sectors where Ms. Archana has worked extensively are BFSI, IT and ITES, manufacturing engineering, process industry, education industry and training institutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dara. Now the spotlight goes to you, madam. Now I welcome Ms. Archana for her address.
Yeah, thank you so very much. So, good morning to everybody, and I want to thank each and everybody from Indrashil University to put this together. It's a very important day. Viju sir mentioned auspicious day, so it's like a festivity. But I agree what Viju sir mentioned, that it's a everyday celebration, every minute celebration. So we need to celebrate. On this note, I want to start with a very positive note. If the students have read last week's Times of India, we stand at 98% globally, where at least one woman is on the senior management role in the companies, as against 90%. So that is a huge achievement globally. First comes Philippines, second comes South Africa, and we are in India third as a ranking. This is through the survey that was taken by Grant Thornton. The other good news that I want to share with you, with all of you, is 39% of Indian women are at the CXO level position. 39%. It's a good percentage, so we need to clap for each one of us. But I still feel that where we are poised, and we as a country have younger generation, 39% should become 93%. So I think so. It's all good news, and it's really very good, but we can really reach greater heights. So I thought what I should present, and what I should bring on to the table. And the best thing I thought is that people across who is listening to me, who are online, if they want to know me a little better, I think so the first thing that comes to my mind is my mother, my mom. It's because of her that I'm here, not only physically but also as a woman, because if it was not for her, I would have not been here. And what the forum has been talking about. So I come from a Jain community, and we are talking about in the 70s and 80s, when it was difficult for us to work. It was more difficult to even get education. And that was the time where my mother stood by me. She fought against society, everybody around her, and she made me attend school and college. I was late in my education. I was already 4 plus. And then I got into admission because she had taught me certain things. And I got admission in a convent school, which is Sacred Heart High School. So, what I'm bringing here in this experience of mine with my mother, that she was thinking about the future. What she could not do, she wanted to see that I achieve it. So, what one lesson that you can make a note of it? First thing is, women should help women. The first thing that I want to drive this out, women should help women, women entrepreneurs should help women entrepreneurs. So this is the best example that I can give, coming in from a conservative society, coming in from a simple family, how my mother with all the struggle brought me up and she got me admitted in a convent school and where I could shine. And then I obviously moved to my college. I am a graduate from Lala Lajpat Rai College, and I'm very proud to say to everybody that the college from where I graduated in 92-93, today I'm going to the same college and giving lectures. So I am giving lectures in the college where I graduated, and I was welcomed with open arms. And what we are teaching students is entrepreneurial programs and softer traits and business skills. So that's been a turning point for me as an individual, also for the society, that the school, the college that we graduate, we should give back to the society in whatever little way we can do. The third example that I want to share so that you can understand and relate to me a little better is uh, in 1996, the organization that I joined was a business center. And the lady who I was reporting to, my managing director, was a woman. And her principles was so unique. If I can just talk about three principles. The first principle was that she had 98% women in her office. She was so clear that she wants to encourage a woman fraternity. She wanted more and more women to join her organization, right? So this is something so unique. So that was the first thing. And this was in 90s. So you can imagine the growth mindset that the lady brings in. The second thing is the principles of working in the office. She made it clear to all of us, I don't want a single woman to stay at 5, beyond 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, I want you to leave the office. To leave the office to attend your family, to support your family, to work with your kids. What a unique way. We are talking about work-life balance. We are talking about gender parity. There are so many things we are talking about. But these are little things that we can bring on a change. And the third important thing was self-development, personal grooming. She would send me to salons. She would give me gifts where I could enhance my personality, because she always feel that womanhood should be celebrated to the maximum. So there are few of these people who have changed my thoughts, how little things can bring in a lot of a difference. What prior to my discussion and my speaking, Hitika ma'am was talking about lot of qualities of entrepreneur. She was talking about certain important traits. I became a business woman in 2015. You can see the board, RV Achievers. It's nothing but my name and my surname, where we got this company registered. So what I want to share with all of you here is that more and more of us have to think out of the box. And one important skills that each one of us should have, whether it's a woman or a man, more for women, is softer traits. Whether it's confidence, whether it is trust, whether it is self motivation, anything that we are talking about today, the last half an hour we are talking about, it is coming down to softer traits. It is coming down to behavioral skills. It is coming down to business skills. If we women have to be in the leadership space, we we want to be at the CXO level, leadership skills are important, which will come through business skills. Our critical thinking, empathy towards others, emotional intelligence is all very, very important for women entrepreneurs. So these are few things I thought with my personal experiences, you should understand, you can relate, so that we grow faster, we grow bigger. And obviously in the chat box, I have shared my link, which is a LinkedIn profile of our company and myself. You can read up the journey that I have gone through, my company has gone through. If there is something that I can help, I can facilitate. I have taken a personal goal. We were talking about goals, that I should train a minimum of 100 students every single month. That is a personal goal that I want to achieve in my career, that I should at least be facilitating 100 students, which we are doing it, but I'm sure we can do a much, much, much better, right? So these are few of my learnings. And Viju, there is a slide that you have prepared. If you can share it, then I will just run through it. And this will be the most important pointers for all of you. You want to take a screenshot, you want to save it, please save it. But this is what I and the people around me have come up with, these points, which I want to share it with all of you. Yeah. So thank you, Viju. So this is the slide that has been prepared. So I'm going to just touch on each of these points for the next 5 minutes. So the topic that was given was trust and confidence you earn every day. It's very important. How do you gain trust? How do you gain confidence? Many of the students, when they come for my training program, this is the first question they ask me, ma'am, I'm not confident. Ma'am, I'm not confident when I am in public. Ma'am, I am not confident in public speaking. Ma'am, I'm not confident in group discussions. These are the pillars for interviews. You know, when you go for interview, this is all we have to face all the time. So how do you achieve confidence? You achieve confidence by believing in yourself, by being self-aware. What is my strength? What is my weaknesses? What are the opportunities available in the market, whether it's in the Indian space or in the international space? So what is most important is self-awareness. How do you conduct yourself? How do you treat yourself? So we don't need one day to celebrate it, that, you know, people have to be aware of it. People have to understand that womanhood should be celebrated every day. So self-awareness is very important, because that is directly linked to sexual harassment and lot of other laws and bylaws which we have been talking about. And this is a serious topic, but how it will start is once you know what is your strength and you discuss this in open and you get the confidence. So you need to work on it on a daily basis. Be an influencer and lead. Lead your life, lead every conversation, lead every project. And how you become an influencer? How do you lead? With experience, with practical knowledge. Softer traits, I have already spoken about it. Even Hitika mentioned in her slides how confidence, leadership, adaptability, flexibility, all these terms that have been discussed are parts of softer traits, right? The other point that I have mentioned is spend 80% of your time in SWOT analysis. So I just explained you what is SWOT analysis, right? It's your strengths and weaknesses. Every single day, you should talk and understand and make a note what are your strengths and what are the areas that you need to develop, right? Other thing, health comes first. And we have realized this over a period of time, and the last 1.5 years have really made us understand that health, wellness, physical health, mental health is very, very important. Very important. So that should be the first priority as a woman. Very important for us. Everything else can wait. Understand the importance of financial independence. So this again is a very important topic. How do you get confidence? You get confidence when you are financially secure. Start saving early, right? Spend more in saving, spend less, in splurging. So that is one thing that I wanted to share. Have an early mentor, coach, and guide. Today we are looking, there are so many coaches and there are so many people around. Why we need to wait at the age of 40, 45, 50 to have a mentor? Why do we need training? Why do we need a coach at that age? Can't we have a mentor coach when we are 15 years of age, 10 years of age? Today colleges have placement committee. At the same time, we should have a mentor from the industry. We should have a coach who can guide people how they should, manage their life. Growth mindset leads to early retirement. Very, very important topic. We talked about entrepreneurship, right? I'm a businesswoman. Growth mindset is very important. We need to be flexible. We need to grow. And how do you grow? Make other grow, make others evolve, make other people successful. If you want to be successful, you see that others are successful. The community is successful. India is successful. Our economy is successful. If everybody around is successful, we will be successful. So for us, it's very, very important. Business skills are imperative. I already discussed this. It's very important if you want to be at the leadership role, you want to become a CEO, you want to become a chief operating officer, you want to become a head of department. Business skills are very, very imperative. Your communication skills, your critical thinking skills, problem solving skills, very, very important to become a leader. That's how you lead. So you need to prepare yourself before you hand over to somebody else to lead to you. And yes, this is my important, very important statement. I tell every student who comes under my training and takes our certification program, live a life to express and not to impress. These are two different dynamics. There are two different dimensions of life. If you lead a life to express yourself, express your view, tell them what you are, as we've been heard about, no means no. It's an expression. Everything that you do, if you do it to express your view, express your disagreement, if you're not happy with a situation, you're not happy with the way things are going, express yourself. Don't impress, because impression is always 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. But when you express with integrity, with honesty, with ethical values, it goes a long way. So these are few things which I learned in my 30, 40 years of experience, and with my mom, my teachers, my family, my mother-in-law. I mean, say any single person I have met, I tried, learn it. I still write, I still have newspapers, I still make notes. And whatever I thought I have learned in my career, I wanted to bring out in this slide. And this would definitely help you. Please make a note of it, and please learn, evolve, and grow. I've shared my LinkedIn, profile. Read my blogs, read my articles. In any way, if I can help you becoming an entrepreneur, becoming a businesswoman, being a great human being, I'm there to help you all the time. And thank you very much for all your time. Thank you very much. Nari Shakti Zindabad.
Thank you, madam, for this wonderful, power-packed address to our audience. Our entire audience is clapping here. I wish I could have turned the camera. Some technical, limitations are actually confining me only to me and you. But my entire audience is here who is clapping for this power-packed. But of course, it is being screened live on the bigger screen, so they can see you. Thank you so much, and especially the statements which you made for our audience, for our young girls, was certainly, which was very impressive. Especially what impressed me more, I'm reflecting my own. That is when you said, that you have to go back to society. That was the one, which actually made me, even more, this thing aware that, okay, we have to be a little careful that whatever we get from the society, we have to repay back. I think that is already ingrained in human beings, especially females.
Yes.
That they always give back, whatever they get, I think more than that. So that is there. And again, very impressive example of your first, employer, that is wherein she has hired 98% women staff. So pro women approach was there in 1990s. That was very, very progressive approach. I think we
Yes.
should encourage each other, which is why we have organized this webinar wherein, female speakers are here to motivate us that yes, you can do it.
Right.
नारी शक्ति जो आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा,
Yes.
और आपने कहा पर्सनल ग्रूमिंग टिप्स पे, तो ये बहुत जरूरी है. एक कॉन्फिडेंस आता है व्हेन यू ग्रूम योरसेल्फ, यू आर अ डिफरेंट पर्सनालिटी
Yes.
and you come with conviction. So that is,
Yes.
I absolutely endorse that. I second you. And then out of those commandments, 10 commandments which you had slated, I should say so,
Yes.
as we have in the Bible, that was
Right.
aware of self, that is SWOT analysis, is very, very important. And I think that is, which is how, you can come up. So you grow only when you have to self introspect yourself, where you stand, where you lag, and this is how we can do that. So I really appreciate, madam, the way you cited the examples, and picks from your personal life also has really enlightened the entire audience before us. And especially when you say that lead every conversation, that is how you become leaders. And apart from that, other qualities, traits, like adaptability, flexibility, and all. And finally, express, not impress, as impress lasts only for a few seconds. That certainly is the word, magical words, which I think has gone very well with our audience.
Great.
So I, extend thanks from Dr. Bharti Dave, who is Dean. She's actually here with us and
Right.
she's joining us, to thank you. And Hitika, madam, it seems I cannot see her. She's got disconnected. We thank you. And Bharti madam is also here to have reflections, and followed by vote of thanks from Dr. Ritu Chaudhary.
Sure, sure.
Bharti madam.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Ms. Archana.
Thank you.
Yeah, for a wonderful and expressive lecture, I should say. Yeah, it was really very good. And one thing you said, this thing, you were in a company and most of the employees were women. I was at Bhavnagar and I was heading the Department of Life Sciences. And we used to conduct interviews. And my staff used to say, they used to see who has come to appear for the interview, and they used to say at my back, कि आज ये लड़की आई है, यही select हो जाएगी, मैडम उसी को ही select करेंगे. So my entire department, life sciences, majority 95% were females. You know why? You know why? Some of you might have seen my department. As many of the students are from Bhavnagar. The reason I used to select was their dedication, their conviction, and their sincerity, which I liked the very most. And above all, the faithfulness. They were always very faithful to the chair. So these are the qualities which I liked among women, and that is
Yes.
why I am always pro women. So with this, I really enjoyed your lecture. It was wonderful, and I thank you very much for sparing your valuable time. I thank Vijay sir also for bringing two fantastic speakers today, and your motivation really was for our girl students. We want them to become future entrepreneurs.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank
And
you.
we are there with you, ma'am. Anything that we can do for your college, for your university, for your school, anything, I'm just a call away. Just call me up and I will just be there.
Okay,
And I
and
can,
we-
whatever I can support, I will definitely support, ma'am.
Okay, and we want both of you to be here in our university.
Sure,
once. So,
definitely.
physical interaction makes a lot of difference.
Lot of difference.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Whenever things are a little better, we will definitely come down and meet up.
So I also thank Namrata madam, the main driving force, you can say, behind arranging such type of lectures.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. No,
She's
the
always
entire
there
team.
for any activities that our university conducts, and very
Yes,
willingly she conducts.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
In fact, if the leaders are such, who are always motivating and encouraging,
Yes.
and at the back of this entire arrangement, it was Bharti madam who, since Friday and Saturday, she was just mobilizing things over here, and which is why things have been. Even she was on the way to Ahmedabad from Bhavnagar. Today morning also she was instructing everyone to cooperate and make the logistic arrangements. So thank you so much, madam. In fact, now over to Ritu, madam, for proposing official vote of thanks.
Thank you, Namrata ma'am. So first of all, happy International Women's Day to all the lovely young women over here. On the behalf of our entire institute, I convey my sincere thanks to Ms. Hetika Shah and Ms. Archana Vijayan. Both of you are such an inspiration for all of us, ma'am. Thank you for delivering such a motivational talk, and I'm sure that our young girls must have motivated from your journey. I also express my thanks to Dr. J.S. Yadav, Provost, for his thorough support and cooperation. I want to extend my generous thanks to Dr. Bharti Dave, Dean School of Science. She is such a itself a big example of inspiration. I personally admire you, ma'am, for your humility, diligence, and energy. You always support and show part to all of us every time. Thanks for being here for us, ma'am. You are such a wonderful teacher and leader. Now I express my gratitude to Dr. Namrata Bajaj, ma'am. She has wonderful leadership quality. I admire her for her excellent management. Thank you, ma'am. And finally, I extend my thanks to Mr. Vijoy, Mr. Sudhanshu Gupta for arranging this seminar, Dr. Amish Vyas, Dean School of Engineering, Mr. Abhinan Pandya, all the teaching and non-teaching staff, our young girl student, technical staff for participating and making this event a success. Thank you once again, everyone. Thank you, Hatika ma'am and Archana ma'am once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ritu. Thank you, Dr. Ritu, for tendering vote of thanks on behalf of Indrashil University. Truly, it was women's celebration with women entrepreneurs and with the support of Indrashil University management and Mr. Vijoy Joy. Vijoy Joy, sir, very much. Thank you very much. And extend my thanks to Sudhanshu Gupta, sir, also, who was helping us through and through since day one. We have started this moment of organizing the webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you.